When you sing, this always interests me. When you're at the microphone and you're singing in the booth or on the stage, do you hear you or do you hear the influences on your career? I.e., I mean, when you're singing, do you hear Ronnie Dio?
Yeah, well, it's a mix of things. Because I think I think I mentioned this many times before, but it's, you need to, when you work with people like Richie Blackmore and Michael Schenker, especially, these two guys, they has this long, very long last career, uh, where they had a lot of different singers, and you need to cover all of them, in one show. So in the same show, for example, with Rainbow, you're singing songs from Ian Gillan, David Coverdale, to Julian Turner, Ron James Dio, Graham Bonnet. And the same thing with Michael Schenker. I was singing songs from Graham Bonnet and Gary Barden and Robbie McCauley, and so you develop this special sense of knowing this very tiny little space in between of doing just a copy of one of those singers and doing something completely different, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in that way, I know that all the people that were going to the shows, and even the people was, they were watching videos on YouTube, they don't want to listen something totally out and different from the original songs, but at the same time, they don't want to listen a copy of the original singers. So
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
little space in between where you can move.
So the writing process
Yeah.
for this album sounds like it was very straightforward. You had it all done pretty much inside a couple of weeks. Did that surprise you?
Actually, there was something I really wanted from the beginning. First of all, I really want the band all together writing the music. For me, it was very important to step a little bit far from the typical productions that we have nowadays in rock music, where you have a musician in Sweden and the singer is in Spain, and the drummer is in Italy, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a lack of soul on the music. It's because of that. That's my opinion.
You're, as we know, not just singing. Your involvement has been total writing, singing, producing, engineering, mixing. How much more pressure did this add for you, knowing that, the whole thing is down to you? There's nobody else to deflect anything. It's all down to you. Did that inspire or scare you a bit?
No, not scared me. I was very excited actually, because it's going to be at that moment I thought it's going to be the first time that I'm going to be totally in control of everything. There's not going to be anybody over me telling me how to do it, and that was pretty good. It was pretty good feeling. But at the same time, it's the double pressure, because you lost you lost a little bit, the opinion of somebody who is not in the project, which sometimes is very useful,
Yeah, yeah.
but but I think it was great. It was great to do it in that way. As I told you before, I put all the band together. We write all the music together. We recorded all together, like in the old days, when the bands that were going on, the 70s that were going on the studio all together and playing the songs many times until you have the final version, which is great.
The nerves kick in when you came to the time to put out that first video into the public, because you know it's good and everybody around you knows it's good, but then that it's down to the public when they listen to, or the fans to give their reaction. So was that a strange time as well? It's going live at 9 a.m. in the morning, everything's embargoed until then, and you're waiting and you're waiting.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting how I feel a lot of release from especially from criticism. um, and it's funny because I think it's the first time, and those three video clips we release with the album is those are the very first 3 videos that they don't have any bad comment on it.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
get it.
there's
Yeah.
nothing. There's not nobody saying anything bad about the album. You know, probably the lowest rate it's gonna be like yeah, it's good, but I would expect a little bit more, maybe. But nobody's saying it's a bad record. You know, which
Too
is
many lies, too many masters. So the album title, is there a message in there? Is there a story behind that that is to be told? Are you telling us something subliminal
well,
about life or something that you experienced?
it could be. I mean, it could be. But actually, for me, it was like a release moment also when I thought about the name of the record, because it would be the absolute and 100% true resume of my career. You know, like